Morning everyone, thank you for joining me today for our yoga class. Being a Thursday, we are going to be wrist free today, so there's no weight that we're going to place on our hands, so no chaturangas, no downward facing dogs or planking. So we are going to focus a little more on balance today, as well as some stretching, and we'll come down onto the floor probably halfway through the class. But to begin with, we're just going to start in mountain pose. So bring your feet either directly underneath your hips or keep them together. I want you to just visualize your body here for a moment, bringing your hips over your knees over your ankles, and then roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, bringing yourself into a beautiful, long, standing line. Feel as if someone's pulling you up from the very top of your head, holding the tummy in, but then relaxing into the shoulders, so pull them down the body. Now reach those fingertips away from you, out into a low V, and as you reach the fingertips, you should be reaching so far through the fingers that you can feel all the muscles up your arms, into your back and into your underarm, working hard to really feel that extension. Good. Now if you'd like to, you can close your eyes at this point as we just focus on our breath for a moment. Breathing in through the nose and then out either through the nose or the mouth. Use this time to bring yourself into this moment, to try and push thoughts of the past and the future out of your mind as we allow ourselves the gift of this moment. This time for ourselves to de-stress and to feel good within our bodies. Good, we're going to take a deep breath in, reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Take the eye line up, opening your eyes at this point, and exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, take your eye line with the hands, and as we exhale, bend your knees and fold all the way forward. Really pull your arms as far back as you can so you get that stretch through the chest. As you inhale, draw a line up your legs, either to your shins or to your thighs, and squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other as we come into a straight back, into our halfway lift here. Tuck your chin, tuck your chin down. Push your sitting bones back, so whereas your bottom wants to hold in here, I want you to try and push the sitting bones up and back. Good, bend your knees, hands come to the thighs, and exhale, round the spine all the way up. Again, reach the fingertips up, take a deep breath in, make sure your breath moves all the way down to your belly, and exhale, let everything go, hands to heart. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Again, bend your knees, bring your belly to your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, roll the rest of the way up, rounding out the spine and giving you that stretch through the back. Reach the fingertips up, big inhale. And exhale, hands to heart once more. Good, last time we're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the knees, fold, open up the heart as you lead with your chest. Hands come to the floor, stay down here, hanging down between your legs. Now bend your knees, your fingertips are on the floor, but there's no weight into the hands. And if you can't reach the floor, just bring your hands somewhere on your legs, your shins or your thighs. Now straighten one leg as much as you can as you bend the other. Now keep both heels flat down onto the ground and then pedal through the legs here. Now as you bend one knee and straighten the other, moving at a pace that feels good for you, you're going to gauge how much of a bend you can make there, because that's going to tilt into your hips, giving you a lovely stretch through your lower back, through your hips, through your hamstrings. So you just take it to a place that feels good as you swap leg and swap again. Good, all right, bring both knees to the same level of bend. Inhale into your halfway lift. You can straighten your legs now if you choose, and then bend the knees, hands come to the thighs, and exhale, roll the rest of the way up. Take your breath at the top, reach those fingertips up nice and high, and exhale, hands to heart. Good, you should be feeling a little warmer through the body, so we're going to transition our weight onto the right leg. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, flex your foot, and then try and pull your knee up towards your chest and push your bottom in. So that's still from the top of your head to the heel of your right foot is a beautiful straight line. Let's rotate that ankle for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now hold your shin with your right hand. If your balance is getting thrown very far off, then just bring the leg a little lower. And maybe don't do this twist, but if you can, I want you to bring your left arm all the way around. Keep your eye line forward. That's going to help with your balance. And if and when you feel ready, you can take your eye line to the back. That's really going to challenge your balance there. So just be aware that you might fall over. Good. And exhale, bring your arm back. Now we're going to take that heel and cross it over the top of the knee. So not on the knee, just above the knee. Push your knee open, sit your hips back, interlace your fingers and reach the arms forward. Now we still want to pull the shoulder blades back between, towards each other behind your back. And you still want to reach your arms. So your arms are fighting against each other, reaching far, but pulling back in the shoulders as we sink down a little further and open up that left knee. And also tilt your sitting bones back so that you're getting that stretch into your left hip. Good. Inhale, stand up tall, take the arms up overhead, keep holding the hands as we take that leg to the back and come into a high crescent lunge. So your toes are pointing towards the front of your mat. Your back heel is lifted and we're going to sink down into the legs. Bring your hands behind your head as we open up our elbows, squeezing them as far back as you can. And as you do so, try and lift your chest and your eye line up towards the sky, giving you a lovely stretch through your chest and all down the front of your body, especially through that left hip. Good. As we exhale, reach your arms forward. And then lower your back heel and turn the body so that we come into our warrior 2. Now push that knee open, reach the fingertips as far as you can. Take your gaze over your right hand. And here let's think about that root chakra, giving us our security, our safety, our sense of belonging, of strength and empowerment. And here we want to connect to that inner warrior. Bring your back hand down towards your back leg. Palm comes up of your front hand as we lift up and over into our peaceful warrior. Push into your right knee as you lengthen through your fingertips, stretching out your side body. Circle past your face and back into your warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Push your hips to the back of the room. Reach forward. If you need to, bring your hand to your thigh or to your shin. But if you can, keep reaching your fingertip forward, stretching through that front leg. Good. And come on back up. Bend back into your warrior 2. Palms come up as we inhale, straighten that front leg, turn your toes. So now both of your feet are pointing towards the left-hand side of your mat. Exhale, fold all the way down, lower the body. Fingertips come to the floor and just let your body hang. Now, if you can't quite reach the floor, you can bend your knees slightly, or you can grab onto your legs, whatever works best for you, but just let your body hang heavy. Maybe look over your shoulders, shaking your head or nodding your head. And continue to breathe deeply here as you try and pull your head down towards the floor. Good, let's bend the knees. Elbows come to the thighs as we drop our hips and lift our shoulders up, trying to get a straight back completely parallel to the ground, and push your knees open to try and bring them over your toes. So we're getting a lovely stretch through that inner thigh, through the hips. Good. Now push into the arms as you exhale, rounding the spine. Come all the way to the top. Take that breath as we come to the top. Eye line up. Back into warrior 2. So turn your right toe to point forward. Take that gaze over your front hand. Drop the left arm up as we come into our high crescent lunge. Good. Right arm is going to swing back to tap the back of your left leg. So hold on to the left leg, palm turns to the back of the room as we lift up and over, stretching out the left-hand side of the body. Good. And come on back up. Reach both arms up. We're going to push up onto that front leg and lift up into our warrior three. Hold it there. Reach the arms, reach the legs only when you feel comfortable in your balance. Begin to tilt forward. Hold the tummy tight. Try and keep the chest lifted, the neck long. Good. Inhale, lower that leg. Reach the arms up to the sky and exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. Take a moment to check in with your body, to see where you are in your mind, your body, and your heart. Allow your breath to deepen, to slow, to become calmer. Good. Inhale, reach up tall. As we exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Now bring your fingertips to the ground and just pull the toes so that they open up. So heels are touching, toes are pointing out to the sides of the mat, just to where it feels comfortable for you. And over here, we're going to bend one knee, keeping the other knee straight, and swap. So we're pedaling through the feet again, pretty much exactly what we did at the start of our class. The only difference is the toes are pointing out to the side. Good, and you might feel a change in the stretch here, slightly different to when the toes are pointing forward. Good, let's bring two knees straight. Now we're going to bend the knees, bend as much as you can until you feel that stretch through the full length from your heels all the way up to the back of your knees, and then straighten out the legs. Again, so if you've ever done plie, ever done ballet, that is, this is your plie. Push the knees open, bend the knees, but keep the heels to the ground and then stretch up. Let's go one more time, but this time let's drop our hips all the way down. Lift the heart, push the knees open, feel that stretch through the groin, through the inner thigh, and maybe try and come into a balance here, pushing into the feet, lifting the heart. Good, bring the hands back down. Now you want to push your heels down as soon as possible. So push, keep trying to push your heels down until you're in that plie. Straighten out the knees. Bring your toes forward, bend the knees, and exhale, roll the rest of the way up. Good, take your breath at the top. Inhale, lift, and exhale, hands to heart. Let's bring our right leg up. So you're going to transition your weight onto the left leg. Right knee is going to come up into the chest. Stand up tall. Make sure your bottom's not sticking back. Find your balance first. That's going to be the most important thing. So remember, if your balance is not feeling pretty good today, then you're going to first work on your balance. And if that means keeping your leg lower down, that is absolutely fine. Now let's rotate that ankle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's grab that leg with the left hand. If you can, you're going to bring your right arm all the way around. Keep your eye line forward. That's going to help your balance. Tummy's in, grow tall, reach the fingertips away from you. And if and when it feels good, you're going to take your eye line to the back hand, challenging your balance even more. Good, and bring the hand back. Excellent. All right, now keep that foot flexed. You're going to cross it over your knee as we come into our pigeon. Sit your hips back, open up your knee, and make sure this foot is flexed. Again, squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other as you interlace your fingers, reaching them as far forward as you can. Good. Keep pushing your knee open. Get into that stretch within your glute and your hip. Breathe deeply. As we take our next inhale, let's lift up tall. Step your foot all the way to the back. Come into your high crescent lunge. So your front toe is now pointing forward. Back heel is lifted nice and high. Bring your hands behind your head. Squeeze your elbows behind you as you push into your left knee. Squeeze the elbows back, and if you can, lift your eye line and your heart all the way up. Good, and bring it back. Reach your arms up and swoop down. Rotate into warrior two. So again, this knee is pushing over your middle toe, push into the outside of your foot. Reach into warrior two as your gaze moves over that left hand. Feel that power from within you, that determination, your strength, your courage. Now bring your back hand down towards the leg, palm faces up. Come into your peaceful warrior. Continue to push forward into your left leg, reaching your left arm as far back as you can. And then back into warrior two, palms come up. Inhale, lift, palms down. So straighten that front leg. You're going to push the hips to the back of the room. Reach your arms as far over that front leg as you can. Reach, 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 reach. And again, if you need to, bring your hand down to your leg. Keep reaching. And come on back up. Bend your knee, palms up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Turn your toe to face the side. As we exhale and fold all the way down. Good. Grab your legs wherever you can. And use your legs to help pull your head down a little closer towards the floor. Try and completely let go of all the tension in your upper body. And maybe if you want to work your hips a little, you can rock side to side. So keep both knees straight, but just push your hip from one side to the other. And you're going to feel that stretch in your lower back, in your bottom, in your hips, in your inner thigh. And because we're folding forward, you've also got that stretch taking place through the back of your legs. Make sure you keep breathing. Good. Let's come back to the center. Bring the hips level. Bend your knees. You can bring your hands to your thighs if you choose to, or let them hang down. As we roll the spine up, so really tuck your tailbone under and roll slowly. Feel the separation of each vertebra until we up nice and tall. Reach those fingertips. Exhale, rotate that left toe to point forward as we come back into warrior two. Swoop your right arm down as we rotate into high crescent lunge. So again, lift up that back heel. Let's sink down just a little lower, and your left hand is going to come back to grab your right thigh as your palm of the right hand turns to the back of the room, lifts up and over, reaching the chest and the eye line up towards the sky as you feel that stretch all through the front body. And come on up, reach that arm up. We're going to push up onto that front leg coming into our warrior three. So find your balance, and whenever you're ready, lift the leg to the back. Now the idea here is to keep reaching the body. So wherever your fingertips are pointing, reach them as far in that direction as possible. Reach your head in the direction it is pointing and your feet in the direction that they are pointing. So you want to feel that full extension through the body. Good. As we exhale, lower the leg. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up tall. As we exhale, fold forward, lead with the heart. Fingertips come to the ground. Open your toes once more. And just like we did a moment ago, bend your knees and come all the way down until your bottom is almost resting onto your heels. Now, if your balance is a little off, then just be slow and gentle here. You're going to keep pushing your knees open. Try and find that balance as you lift your heart and your shoulders up over your hips. Once you've found your balance, your eye line fixed on something not moving, push into your feet so that you're lifting slightly up. So we're really working the legs. Hold the tummy in, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Now interlace your fingers, reach them forward. Lower your hips back down towards your ankles. And now we are going to sit down. So if you really do need to touch the ground, please do so that you can come down safely. But if you can, push your hips back, reach the arms forward, and gently come down onto your bottoms. Good, now we're going to bring the soles of the feet together here. Lift up nice and tall. And then we're going to round the spine. I want you to try and bring the top of your head to your feet. So use your hands on your legs to help pull your head down. Now, if you are particularly tight in your hips or your back, then this might be particularly uncomfortable for you. So feel free to grab a cushion to sit on. If you've got the flexibility though, maybe try and use your elbows to help push your knees a little further open, and you might feel that big opening taking place in your coccyx area. Keep breathing, always bringing our awareness to our breath. Good, we're going to hold here for just 2 more breaths. And as we take this last breath, when we exhale, come back into a seated position. Lovely. We're going to keep the right leg in front of us, and we're going to take the left leg around. So bring your left leg out to the side. We're aiming to keep the knees at a 90-degree angle, and you want to try push your knee open as much as possible to bring it out to the side. If your hips are very tight though, bring your knee slightly further in, just so that you are comfortable but still feel a stretch. Good, we're going to grab the knee of that left leg, reaching the right arm up, lift up tall, and we're going into a side bend. So lift up and over rather than just bending completely. You're reaching your fingertips up towards the corner of the room. Good, keep breathing. Enjoy that stretch. You should be getting it not just through the side body, but also through this left hip. Good, and then cross your arm past your face and float it down to the ground. We're going to rotate our shoulders over towards the left hand side. Bring your hands anywhere on your legs or your feet that you can. Sit up nice and tall, so always lifting out of the hips before we exhale and push into the hands to allow ourselves to twist here. Good, and gently come on back. Now we are going to come into our pigeon pose, one of my favorites. So your left leg is going to move further back around as we come into pigeon. So right leg is in front of us. We're going to pull our left hip around and then just come down onto your elbows or remain seated tall if that is your preference. Trying to pull your left hip down towards your right foot. And then just gently relax into it. Maybe you want to dangle your head forward. Maybe you're comfortable sitting a little further up. But all these moments of stillness, just take time to focus on your breath, to try and keep your thoughts, your awareness in the present moment. Excellent. Take one more deep breath in, and as we exhale, sit up tall once more, bringing that left leg around. So rock onto the right hand side of your bottom and slowly bring that leg around, especially if that was quite an intense stretch through the left hip. And then we're going to bring our right leg out to the side. So bring your left leg in front. Remember that 90-degree angle, and we want to push this knee out to the side so it's in line with our hip. Sit up nice and tall. Grab hold of your right knee. Reach your left arm out, palm up, as we lift up tall and then reach over to the side, aiming for that feeling of lengthen rather than bend. So reaching up towards the corner of the room. Good. Take one more deep breath in, and as we exhale, cross your hand past your face and back up, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take the shoulders over towards the right hand side. Bring your hands to anywhere on your legs or feet that feel comfortable. Sit up tall, nice and tall out of the hips, and then exhale, rotate your shoulders, pushing the legs so that helps you pull your shoulders around as much as possible. Good, and exhale, bring it back. We're going to push into our left side to allow the right leg to straighten out behind you, and then come into your pigeon pose, coming down onto your elbows or remaining seated tall. And remember, we're trying to pull our right hip down towards the left foot to get that lovely stretch through your left glute, your left cheek of your bottom. And let's just relax here for several breaths. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, come into a seated position, rocking onto the left hip and slowly bringing your right foot back around. Good, we're going to just take a couple of minutes for Shavasana. Feel free to lie down on your back or remain seated, whichever one is most comfortable for you. Just make sure your spine is completely straight. If you're lying down on the ground, either knees bent with feet on the floor, or extend your legs down on the mat. Tuck your shoulder blades behind you so that your chest is nice and open, and tuck your chin in for a long back of your neck. If you are seated, bring your hands over your knees or into your lap. Sit up tall, close your eyes. Just take a moment to breathe. Maybe visualize a beautiful color, any color that is meaningful, or just a color that you like. And feel that color moving in through your nose. Follow it like ink in water, creating beautiful swirls and different shades of that color, and watch it as it moves through your nostrils, down your throat, into your lungs, into your stomach, and through your body. As you visualize that color moving through your body, moving to each and every muscle and every organ, feel the effects of that beautiful energy, soothing and calming and relaxing each and every area of your body. And then feel yourself surrendering to that sense of calm as you let go. You let go of thoughts of negativity, thoughts that you know don't make you feel good about yourself. Let them go and replace them with thoughts of kindness, of love, of purity. And as your mind shifts to those more positive thoughts, feel your whole body begin to relax. as you really begin to experience the calming effect of positivity, of kindness and love. Commit to yourself to take these emotions forward with you in your day, finding beauty in all the small things that life has to offer, looking at different situations with a kind lens on your eyes. Commit to yourself to hold these emotions close to your heart and to try and let go of the negativities that create stress within your mind, your body, and your heart. As you take your next inhale, whether lying down or seated, reach your arms up overhead. Stretch your body out in all directions. If you're lying down, roll onto your sides and come into a seated position. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush. If you're already seated, bring your hands to your heart. Maybe still keep your eyes closed if you choose to. Acknowledge how you are feeling in your body and your mind and your heart. Move forward with love, with kindness, and with appreciation, with much love and respect for you. Namaste.